chillers? Welcome back to my channel. So, it is Wednesday, which means it is spooky day. So today, I'm going to be starting a new series. Well, technically it's a series. It'll be a 3-part series about Krampus. Now, Krampus is kind of like a reverse Santa, but he's also a son of a pagan god from the pagan underworld. And like he punishes naughty kids. Something like that. So as usual, I have my laptop sitting over here. So let's jump right in. Hold on. I'm actually going to move my laptop over here. In the silent dead of night, streets are empty, long made impassable by the snowdrifts. Ice dangles from rooftops, and the stars above in the ebony sky sparkle. A cold wind winds its way between the eaves, and on every street corner, colored lights twinkle, flashing their electric rainbows. Poinsettias and wreaths dot every door. A quaint manger scene glows peacefully in front of the local churchyard. Baby Jesus lies in his bed, vulnerable to the cold dark, as his mother Mary looks to heaven, her hands up in supplication, waiting for an absolution to her humanity. The faint sound of Christmas music is heard drifting out of the warmly lit house windows, and families laugh, celebrating the one time of the year that everyone gets to be together. Soon the lights go out and sleep takes over the town, leaving everything as silent as a tomb, with the unique, loud quietness that accompanies a heavy snowfall. Children who still believe lie beneath their thick comforters in their beds, waiting to hear the sound of hooves on their rooftops and the jingle of sleigh bells. At last, there it is, the sound. Ting, ting, ting-a-ling, ting. The sound of small brass bells and the clomping of hooves as a shape moves in the night. In the snowflakes swirl around it. Stepping into the light, it reveals a visage that is not a jolly rotund man with rosy cheeks. It is an 8-foot-high monstrous form, bipedal, covered in shaggy brownish-black hair, with wicked curving horns on either side of its man-goat-like face, with its flicking, lolling tongue hanging. Over its back is an old burlap sack, and in its right hand a bundle of branches. In its left hand, held in claws, is a chain lined with tiny rusted brass bells. Santa has come, but he's not come alone. Krampus has come. Today, my partner Ben and myself began to unpack the decorations for Christmas that his mom had gifted us with. We had just moved into a new townhouse in Kingsport, Tennessee, and he was feeling festive. While we don't have much living room furniture, we did enjoy putting the tree up. It's a small tree, maybe 4 foot high at the most, covered in icy stars and rainbow lights. Little colored balls dangle from its branches. It was a fun yet bittersweet moment for both of us. For him, his ex never would decorate with him, and for me, I was dreading the holidays because I had not long ago went through a very painful and emotionally destructive breakup which tore my friends and family apart. Aww. You poor soul. This was new territory for both of us, and it quickly turned into a fun exploration into how badly I could decorate and how much he enjoyed having help. It seemed to make us both happy, which for me is something hard to come by at times. As we began to make a lighted Christmas table lined with nutcrackers, Santas, and even a baby rabbit, the music in the background suddenly came into focus. It was the smooth baritone of Andy Williams. There will be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There will be scary ghost stories and talks of the glories of the Christmases long ago. Ghost stories, Ben asked as he handed me a little figure from the bag with a bag of Christmas decorations. I took it from him and grinned. Yeah, you've never heard of telling ghost stories at Christmas time? I sat the little figure, a blue Santa, down among the soft white lights and golden garland. Never heard of any. I didn't think that Christmas was, ghost time. I looked at him and asked, have you ever heard of Krampus? No, he replied, looking intrigued. Good. let me tell you, he said with a small grin. And that is where we are. Who is Krampus? What ghost stories do we tell at Christmas time? When you hear the words Christmas and ghost tossed into the same sentence, the first thought that comes to your mind will be Charles Dickens and Scrooge. In fact, Christmas time, or the time that we in North America have come to associate with Christmas, is ripe with ghosts, monsters, and spook stories. Krampus is just the most common. Who is Krampus? According to the Alpine folklore where he comes from, he is an eternal part of Christmas and one that is best remembered and not forgotten, lest you pay the price. Most people in North America grow up hearing the story of Santa Claus, a jolly immortal man with supernatural abilities to know who has been good and who has been bad all year. Good boys and girls get gifts, while bad ones get lumps of coal in their stockings. He is often seen as a rotund, red-cheeked, white-bearded man dressed in red robes tipped with white fur and sparkling blue eyes. His mischievous smile has dotted every Coca-Cola ad for over 60 years. In the Alpine Germanic tales, Claus appears as Nicholas, a Christian saint dressed in the robes of a bishop. The real story of Santa, however, is far too complicated to get into here. But it's the company he keeps that is of interest here. Santa did not travel alone, nor did he punish the bad children. That job went to his partner, Krampus. Krampus predates the notion of Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas, by thousands of years, rooted deep into German paganism. Everything about the image of Krampus, the goat-man creature that towers over most men with his twisted horns, lolling tongue, and hoofed feet, is tied to early Christianity and more deeply to pagan imagery. His birch sticks in his right hand are called ruten, which serve as a phallic symbol as well as to recall initiation rites of certain covens of magic, symbolizing a false death and rebirth. At times, the switches are replaced with a whip. The chains are most likely a Christian edition, an attempt to bind the devil, and he's been said to rattle them at naughty children. As much as Santa's bells signal his arrival, so do the bells of Krampus. And that's going to end part 1 of my 3-part series. I will be leaving a link to this story down below, so you can go off and read it by yourself so you don't have to wait for me. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up so I know. Please follow all my social medias down below in the description. Please, you can click my bubble to subscribe myself on the channel. I just smacked myself in the face. And you can see my last video here. Alright, I will see you guys on Monday. Peace out, chillers.